Hi, I'm Lynette Carrington from Scottsdale.com, and I am in the middle of a Car Dog sandwich. Look at this. This is everybody from Car Dogs. Oh, I love this. This is great.
It's fine. Just go ahead.
I think what we will do is I will start by passing the mic around and let everybody introduce themselves and tell you what they were doing on the film. Okay, we'll start with you, Josh.
Hey, my name's Josh Hopkins. I play Reynolds in the movie, and my character's not a great guy.
This is true. Okay, you're next, Corey.
Hi, my name is Corey Hardrick, and I play Boyd.
I'm Chris Mulkey, and I own the dealership, and I'm a great guy.
Okay, no. All right, and next.
Sean Patrick Murphy. I play Max, and yeah, the sequel, Maximum Overdrive, will be about me basically. So looking forward to that.
I hadn't heard about
Car
that.
Dogs.
Very nice. Okay, and our next Car Dog?
Joe Massengill. I play Green Pea.
Yeah.
And Mark King, I am a writer and producer on the movie.
My name's Corey Hardrick. I play Boyd, a car salesman.
I've seen the film. He does a lovely job, and a wonderful young man. Just a fabulous, genius young man. Just lovely, fabulous young man.
That's what he told me. Okay, so we're going to start off by asking Mark King a few questions. Tell me about Car Dogs and how this idea originally came to you. What was this all about in your mind?
Originally, I think it started just exploring a father-son dynamic. I just felt that wasn't a story that was really, it was sort of underrepresented in film in Hollywood. So I kind of decided to sort of approach that subject of this father-son dynamic. And then I grew up in the car business. I was born and raised here in Scottsdale. My family had stores here in the Valley. So I just thought it was a really interesting world and decided to set that drama in the car business.
I have a question for Mark.
Yes.
Hey, Mark, after this, I'm the assistant interviewer today. Okay. But do you think, this movie's going to do really well because I really love it. But do you think you're going to get a dealership out of this? Do you think? Would you take a dealership offer?
Yeah, the money's good. I'd absolutely take a dealership offer. If there's any manufacturers out there looking for a GM, I'm your guy.
It never dies, does it? I can just see that DNA percolating. That deal maker guy. We could talk about a car, by the way. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Car Dogs car dealership coming soon to Arizona, no doubt. Okay, so we'll just talk to Chris real quick here since he's, blah, blah. Okay, he's talking about all this stuff. This is great. We love this. Okay, so Chris has this dealership, and I have to say, you're not the nicest guy on planet Earth in Car Dogs. However, there were a few scenes where you were extremely upset. You're very intense. You're very type A. I thought you were going to blow a gasket right there. How do you get yourself as an actor? How do you get yourself to that place that you act like that?
Well, first of all, Lynette, that's okay, because I'm not a high-strung guy, okay? I'm an even guy who's trying to do a good job for somebody, and it's okay. I'm all right. Yeah, I'm a. You know what I mean? And I don't care.
Can we bleep that part?
I was, as in Richard Nixon, one of our Republican presidents. But anyhow, okay. What would you ask me?
As an actor, when you have to be so off the charts upset and type A, how do you get yourself to that place that you're being that upset? How do you get yourself to that place?
Well, to quote Josh, I mean seriously, we're all pros and we can just do that. It's fine. I mean, there's any number. You could just go down. If you want to do subtext, I could go through my life and go, let me see the list of people I absolutely want to kill, okay? And then there's usually an active list of 7. And, just go that way. I mean, we're all pros. So we can do that. We can do that stuff. Okay. We can also get really upset and stuff.
Okay.
Don't cry. Don't, because I'll cry. You know what I mean? So we do that stuff, Tricks.
Okay, fantastic. Next question I'm going to ask is for Josh, because you're kind of this man's right-hand guy in Car Dogs, and I don't think you're the nicest guy either. What? So, well, cute, yes, but nice, maybe not so much. So tell me what first attracted you to this role in Car Dogs.
Well, Reynolds, I am his right-hand man, and in real life, too, bizarrely, yeah. I mean, it's a well-written character. He's kind of evil, but richly so. I mean, you see, the guy's just trying to make money. That's all he's trying to do. Now, he might take advantage of some people along the way, but I think he's an all right guy. You know, you can't just go in there and play, I'm mean, I'm the bad guy. So you got to find a reason and a way to like your character, or it just comes across as, you know, flat. So Mark wrote a really interesting, great character, so I was fortunate enough to be cast and play it.
I like to say it was sort of like deviously delicious, because that's really what it was. Okay. On the flip side of the spectrum over here, Joe Massengill, you play Green Pea, and I absolutely love this character because you're kind of, well, you're green, and you had some wonderful scenes with George Lopez, and I felt like you were really learning from him. Did you have a lot of fun shooting with with him, and what did you learn?
Oh, I had a great time shooting with George Lopez. I think the biggest thing I learned was that we're all just human. I don't mean that to sound too philosophical, but no, that there's a lot of this job that happens in between the takes where you're just talking to each other. And I felt like there was a cool thing that happened with George and I, where we were able to have we were able to get to know each other and talk back and forth in a very natural way, and so it was. I've butchered this answer already. Like, I knew I was gonna get this question too. I'm like, I just feel like there's so much that George and I talked about that I'm not able to repeat in any sort of like interview. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and get out of here. I mean, how do I live up to these guys, right?
You're killing it. You're killing it.
All right, let's do another one. How about this? Joe, how did you first learn about this role? Did this come to you through an agent or through a friend, or how did this come to you?
It came through a friend of mine named Brett Howell.
Who's also in the movie.
Who's also in the movie.
Yep.
Who I was in an acting class with 5 or 6 years ago. And he invited me out to hang out with his friends and drink beer at the bar and watch football. And that happened to include Sean Patrick Murphy and Josh Hopkins and Mark King. So after I got to know these guys and hang out with them, and they started to undergo this project, they ended up having a role that they needed a young, you know, highly gullible, you know, just the butt boy of all of the jokes. They really just needed a scapegoat, like to point to when everyone else was tired of getting on. I went through a very legitimate training regimen to get ready for this. Yeah. First time naked on film.
Yeah, it was hot. I loved it.
People to come see this.
You lead a horse to water.
So I want to ask Corey, in your character in Car Dogs, you're kind of like trying to walk the line between loyalty and doing your job and all this. What did you love about being part of this ensemble cast?
I loved just everyone's camaraderie, you know, everyone's professional. We had a lot of fun more than anything, you know. We got along off the set during filming, and it was a team effort. So I just had a good time filming scenes. We had some good stuff in there. Hopefully it made the movie. I don't know. I haven't seen it. But, you know, you know, and then with my character, I like that he was human. Like my man said right here, Joe said, he has emotions, you know, he's just real, and he doesn't like take no shit. He's honest, and he wants to stand up for what's right. But, you know, at the same time, you know, he has a sensitive, you know, behind that is always something that's missing. So I felt like this character was missing something, and, you know, I believe he finds it, you know, a little bit with the group. So
Yeah, sure.
And his character is very much the conscience of the film. Like, he sort of regulates Mark and puts him in check when, you know, he's kind of going down a dark path, and tries to straighten him out and hold him accountable, because in the story, he and Mark are longtime friends, have known each other forever. I mean, there's one reference in the film of him being 10 years old, and so yeah, it's a very, very strong character in the film.
And Sean, what was your experience like on film as part of the ensemble cast, and also working with all these ASU students?
Well, the ASU students were phenomenal. I mean, there were so many people. The enthusiasm from the students was off the charts. So that was really cool. They were really attentive to everything that was happening, and there. But to add to the camaraderie, what was fantastic about this film and very unique is that Mark wrote this phenomenal script and then brought in a lot of friends to play. Like, yeah, I'm one of the car dogs basically. So Kirby Joe Grubb, Brett Howell, these guys were the other guys, and we knew each other going in. So we were already, like you said, off camera. The jokes were flying. So when we would start rolling the camera, it was just kind of rolling on with the way that we already were. So it just made it really unique and fun to work with guys that you already knew going into it. So it was very much a family of car dogs, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I liked about this film too was the fact that there was an Oscar winner on set. There was an Oscar nominee on set. There was lots and lots of experience in films on set. And how did you share all of that knowledge with some of the younger actors, or maybe some of the people that have been on set for the first time? How did you do that?
When I accepted the role, I didn't realize that this was an ASU-oriented film. So I I arrived in Phoenix, and I'm on the set, and I'm going, man, there's a lot of young people in. I mean, seriously, is this the Girl Scout cookie concession or what? What is the deal? I mean, oh my God! And then somebody said they're a bunch of students, and I went, oh, well, cool. So I felt free to go. Hey, dude, when you're doing the sound, stand on the side. Don't move out over there. Let's do this thing. So I gave him a little, like, gentle and positive, just suggestions. And then I had a boatload to say in this movie, and so I got one of the actually a couple of the kids to come and just run lines with me, just run these things, and they were so helpful. It was a great group. I mean, it was a super fun film to work on, and a film with a real heart. And I think the heart came from the students,
Absolutely.
And they busted their tails on this. I mean, I was there all through pre-production and the art department, and they worked with, all the head team members of the film, producers, directors, everything, and they really worked their tails off on it. I mean, they did well by themselves for sure.
And the transformation that they made. I mean, the first days on set, they were so scared and just intimidated. They didn't know what to do. It wasn't their environment. But by the last week, I mean, they were telling me what to do and me like, hey, we're going to need a 216 filter and a little bump here. All right, come around. All right, we got it. They were amazing. And what an opportunity for them.
Yeah.
It's like going to film summer camp. And a lot of them have now gone on and are doing great things in the industry. So it's unique because here's a movie that was written by Mark, who grew up here in Scottsdale, in car dealerships his entire life. Adam Collis, the director,
Professor at ASU.
Professor at ASU. All these students helped make this. So here's a movie made here by people from here, and essentially for this area. It's going to premiere here and be released in Phoenix and Scottsdale. That's the only place it's releasing to start. So this is a movie by people here, for people here, and I hope people in Phoenix come out and support it.
Yeah. And it was
I think they will, yes.
Sorry, and it was great too. I mean, the fact that as a writer you set the location, you don't ever really think that you're going to actually get to shoot in that location. It's just not how it typically works. You set it in Scottsdale, next thing you know, you're in Vancouver, shooting a movie in Scottsdale. So to actually get to come back home, having grown up here, shoot it here. I went to Arizona State. It's pretty dream come true. I mean, it's pretty amazing.
You're the hometown boy makes good. I said that
Right?
earlier.
Right, that's fantastic. Okay, couple quick questions. Who was the biggest troublemaker on set?
Not me. I was fabulous.
Yeah.
Troublemaker, really?
Yeah.
Chris.
He's not going to say it. Oh, that you did.
Okay.
What did I do? Okay.
I think he's not here. I think it was Patrick Adams.
Yeah, Patrick. Yeah, maybe it's Patrick.
Okay.
Right, he didn't come.
Whoever's not here is the guy. And Adam. I mean
George.
George, Patrick, and Nia stirred the pot a lot. They were.
too. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Oh
they
my
stirred
God.
they stirred the pot a lot.
But we were
That's
just
our job,
wonderful. What's that?
That's
Yeah,
our
you-
job.
I know, and I'm sure you would be a handful. That's for sure.
Okay, so Mark,
Yep.
how did this will be one of the last
Endear
questions.
yourself with the interviewer, right?
I love all y'alls. We're now like a little media family. This is great. Mark, how did this movie come together, and did this really fit your vision of what you thought this movie would be?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it came together because when I was in film school, Adam was my teacher actually in film school, and I'd had this short that I'd done based on the film, and he read it and said, look, I think you can write, you need to turn this into a feature. So I obviously explored that. And then Josh, who I've known for my basically entire 14 years in LA, read it and really liked it, and he was a huge catalyst in getting this thing made. I mean, he was very much a champion from the start. And then Adam called me and said, hey, look, I think we got an opportunity to do this. I kind of been in through development hell a little bit in Hollywood, where directors jump on, they jump off, they jump on, they jump off, and you kind of start back from scratch as a writer. So when he called me and said, hey, look, I'm at ASU, I think we can make it in your hometown, what do you want to do? I called Josh first, called Adam back, said, let's go. So
Very nice. And I saw Car Dogs. It was fabulous. You will love it. Be sure to get out to Harkins Theaters. It's going to be opening in, I think,
Friday.
eight or nine
it's
theaters.
11 across, also including Flagstaff and Casa
In Flagstaff and Casa Grande. And this is a fun film. It's really exciting. It was shot all here locally, I think
By
in
the Papago
Scottsdale,
Mountains.
by the Papago
Yep.
Mountains. And you can tell, you'll recognize everything in it. Guys, thank you so much. It was wonderful getting to know all of you, and we'll see you out on the red carpet. Go see Car Dogs. I'm Lynette Carrington with Scottsdale.com.
Car dog sandwich, car dog sandwich. Come on, Sean. Car dog sandwich. Car dog sandwich.
Told you it was Chris.
Ask him for it.
We're at Butts of Blondes. I mean, what is it? What is it?
Bottled blonde.
Bottled
Bottled Butts of Blonde. Really? Okay, good. Okay, I think I'm good. I got that joke out now.
Okay, that's for the end of the roll. Are we ready?
Okay, we are ready
Okay.
and rolling.
No, I'm just. I can't.